Welcome to this quick strengthening yoga practice. Roll out your mat, and when you're ready, let's begin. We're going to start our practice today at the back of the mat in hero pose, sitting on the heels with the hands placed on the thighs, eyes closed. Take a few breaths in and out through the nose here. Place your hands on your heart, taking a moment to feel the beating, the fact that you're alive and breathing. Setting an intention for your practice today. Place your hands back on your thighs and then inhale, reach up overhead. Exhale, come forward into a child's pose. Taking the forehead down towards the mat, stretching out the back. And taking a couple breaths here. Rolling up into table and then into cow pose. Exhaling back to child's pose. Inhale up to cow and exhale, flowing back to child's pose. Again, inhaling to cow. Exhale back to child's pose. The sequence allows us to warm up the spine. Come forward all the way onto the stomach, up into cobra. Exhale down. Inhale, pressing up to table. Exhale back to child's pose. Inhale, table, flowing down to the ground. Exhale. Inhale, cobra. Exhale down. Inhale, table. Exhale, back to child's pose. Inhaling forward again, down to the ground. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, back down. Inhaling up and back to child's pose. And again, down to the ground. Inhaling up, exhaling down. And then go ahead, press all the way up into an up dog if you can, looking up towards the ceiling or the sky. And then tuck the toes, bend the knees, and press back into downward facing dog, walking it out as you need to. It's our first one of the day, so we want to warm up those calves and thigh muscles. Go ahead and press the heels back down and then shift forward into plank and then down to the ground, placing the tops of the feet down, cobra, and exhale down, tuck the toes, and push back into downward facing dog. Again, rolling forward into plank, chaturanga to the ground if you can. Inhale, cobra, exhale down, tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Shifting the weight forward, plank, chaturanga, down, all the way to up dog, tucking the toes, lifting back to downward facing dog. It's doing that again, so go ahead, down to the ground, up to up dog, and back to downward facing dog. Taking a couple breaths here. And coming down onto the knees in table pose. Now thread one hand through, bringing the shoulder and the side of the head down into our threading the needle pose, which is a twist. Helps to open up the back. Switching sides. Breathing here. Inhale, press up. And then exhale, come down to the other side. And if you'd like to, you can take that other arm up toward the ceiling or the sky, deepening the twist. Switch sides. Again, if you'd like to extend the other arm up toward the sky or ceiling, you can. Pressing up. And again, switching sides. This pose feels really good because it helps to cleanse out all the toxins in the body and bring out those digestive organs. Pressing up, back into table pose. And then walk the hands over to one side, reaching with the arm to deepen that stretch. And again, keeping the hips where they are, walking hands to the other side, reaching with the arm and stretching out the side of the body. And come back to center. Extend the left leg out straight and the right arm out, coming into our tabletop balance pose. Bringing it down. Extend the left arm and the right leg, keeping your balance as best you can. Switching sides. And other side. Just going with the breath, extending and down, and switching sides and down. Again. And switch sides. Coordinating with the breath. And then shift back into child's pose, resting here a moment. Allowing the head to rest on. Shift forward, tuck the toes, lift the hips, coming into downward facing dog. Breathing here. Bend the knees and step the right foot forward between the hands so that the knees over the ankle, and drop the back knee. Lift the arms up toward the ceiling or sky, coming into our low lunge. Take the hands in a prayer pose and twist, taking the left elbow to the top of the right knee, the outside of the right knee. And twists are great for cleansing out all those toxins. Now take the hands down to the big toe side, scoot the foot out to the side a little, and then bend the elbows or bring the forearms all the way down to the mat, coming into our modified lizard pose. This is great for stretching out the inner hip. Breathing here. Press the hands into the mat when you're ready and take that front foot back. And shift to take the left foot forward so the knees over the ankle. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead, coming into our low lunge. Take the hands in a prayer pose and twist to take that right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Breathing here. And then place the hands down, big toe side, scoot the foot out to the side just a little bit, and bend the elbows or reach the forearms down to the mat, coming into our modified lizard pose. If you are more advanced, you can choose to tuck the back toes and lift the back knee off the ground. That is more of the full lizard pose. But here, I'm really focusing on getting that deep stretch in that inner hip and thigh. So just breathe here. Press the hands into the mat. Take the front foot back. Tuck the toes, lift the hips into downward facing dog. Walking it out a little bit here if you need to. Shift the weight forward into plank, chaturanga, down to the ground, pushing into up dog. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Again, shifting forward plank, chaturanga, down to the ground, up dog, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Shifting forward plank, chaturanga, up dog, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Breathing here. Bend the knees, look forward and hop forward if you can. Step forward if you can, and come down onto your back. Bringing your knees into your chest and just rocking side to side gently. You take the hands to the knees and move the knees in a circle, massaging that sacrum and lower back. Switch directions, rolling the knees to the opposite direction. And then shift to take both knees to the left and the right arm out to the side. You can choose to look over that right shoulder if you'd like. And then switch sides, knees to the right, left arm, gaze to the left. Give this one last little twist. Coming back to center. Take the left leg, cross it over the right at the ankle. Take the left hand through that triangular window around the back of the right thigh and the right hand around the outside of the right thigh. And just hug those knees in as close as you can for a reclining pigeon pose. This helps to open up the hips. And take a few breaths here. And release, switching sides, crossing the right leg over the left at the ankle and grabbing the back of that left thigh. If you're more advanced and you'd like to grab the front of the shin, you can do that as well. And here. And release. Come up to a seated position where we will end our practice today. Roll those shoulders back, placing the hands on the knees with the palms facing up. Thank you so much for joining me today. Namaste.